Well, hello. Thank you for joining me today again on the Church History Trail. You're very welcome to the channel. And we're continuing here at Raphoe in County Donegal. And we're down at the town centre here. We're actually just outside the Presbyterian Church. This is Raphoe's second Presbyterian Church building. And quite beautiful, as you can see. It was built in 1860. And it was actually built due to a dispute which developed in 1855 in Presbyterianism here in Raphoe. Now, they were able to get the dispute eventually settled in 1923, and both congregations were reunited as one. But certainly a lovely church and lovely grounds here. Now, unfortunately, I won't be able to take you in because there's a big lock on the gate, as you can see. But I do want to take you up to another church, and this is the Anglican Church of Raphoe. Now, Columba and Union had churches at Raphoe in the 5th and 6th centuries, and several 9th century blocks of stone can be found on the porch and the north wall. Now, part of the cathedral dates from the 12th century. The latest building dates from the 1730s. Now, there are a few notable bishops and people who are connected here with Raphoe town and also the church here. For example, George Montgomery. He was born in 1562 and he died in 1621. But he was actually the first Protestant bishop of Raphoe from 1605 to 1610. Sir James Hawkins Whiteshed was born here in Raphoe. He was a Royal Navy officer who served in the American and French Revolutionary Wars and also in the Napoleonic Wars. And of course, he reached the rank of Admiral of the Fleet, which is the highest Royal Navy rank, and it was established in the year 1688. Which of course was the year of the Glorious Revolution in England. He was born in 1762 and he died in 1849. So these are beautiful grounds. It's a beautiful church, very historic church. So great to be here. And I'm going to take you across here and I'm going to let you see this door again and also the gates because they're absolutely beautiful. You nearly think this is a royal palace you're coming into with the gold gates. And then the door is absolutely beautiful as well. And the stones are, I think that some of those stones are actually from an earlier period, the 12th century, or the 8th or 9th century, possibly. That's possibly the ones that were mentioned. But the door is absolutely beautiful, isn't it? So you can see it's Church of Ireland, Cathedral Church of St. Ewan, and it's the Diocese of Raphoe. So I'm going to take you and show you a stone here, which is built into this porch, which is from the late 17th century, early 18th century. Which is this one here. It says Andrew Knox, and then I think it's Andrew Knox II, and then it's EPI, and then it's GVRA, whatever that means. But there's two Knoxes mentioned inside the church, so there's two Andrew Knoxes. There's a later Andrew Knox and the original Andrew Knox. I'm not sure which one this is because it's got two strokes. I'm thinking this is the second one, but I could be wrong. But there's two other graves that I want to show you here as well. And one of the graves is of a loyalist, and the other one is of a nationalist. So I'm going to take you over and show you the loyalist first, and then I'm going to show you a 17th century grave, and then I'll show you the nationalist. Now that castle there, that's a bishop's castle. It was built by Bishop John Leslie when he came here. And he set that up to give him a bit of protection from the Irish. Bishop Leslie was known as the fighting bishop. Of course, it's only a ruin now after the fire in 1838. But seen a lot of action. Seen action during the 1641 rebellion. Also with the Cromwellian forces, 1650. Also during the Williamite Wars in Ireland, it was damaged by the Jacobites, 1689. And it was attacked by the United Irish, where 3 of them died in 1798. But it succumbed finally to a fire in 1838. But this is a grave here of the Loyalist, and it's a beautiful grave. As you can see, it's got the crown and also the Bible. Love the brotherhood. Honour, fear God, honour the king. Of course, that's a wee text of scripture. So it says here, erected by the loyal brethren of Raphoe and its neighbourhood in memory of Thomas Carter, who departed this life 20th October AD 1868, and he was aged 56 years. So that's a lovely grave, nice white grave. There's some flowers that fell out of that. Probably the windows blew them over, so I think I'll put them back in. There's a grave there, seen better days. So it's a beautiful grave, isn't it? With a crown and the Bible. But look at the shape of this one here, my goodness. It's certainly collapsed. So I want to take you over here and show you this grave. This is a 17th century grave. That there's the Royal School, and it was set up by Sir Arthur Chichester. There's another one in Donegal, and there's another one he set up somewhere else. So this is the grave here. It's a fantastic wee grave. Now, I do apologise because you can't really make too much of the writing out. But at least I was able to make the date out. Isn't that a fantastic old grave? From the 17th century. You can have a look there and try and read that yourself if you can. You can see bits and pieces. May, it says there, I think it's the 1st of May. No, 26th of May. Wife, I think that is of somebody. You can see John there. John. Something which. You can see this tomb. 1678. You can see the 8 there's is flat at the top. But certainly it was great to be able to make the date out. So it's a 17th century grave. Now, Sandy Montgomery was a kinsman of Bishop Montgomery. That's George, who I mentioned earlier. And Sandy is buried here in his vault, and so I want to take you over and show you. Now, he was Colonel Alexander John Montgomery. He was born in 1720 and he died on the 29th of September 1800. He had 2 nicknames, Black Montgomery and also Old Sandy, to distinguish him from Young Sandy. He was a captain in the 43rd Regiment of Foot. His regiment was part of General Wolfe's attack on French Quebec in 1759. And in a duel in 1797, he actually won the duel against a Donegal loyalist and was carried home in triumph by the United Irishmen. And this is his grave here. He was opposed to the Act of Union of 1800 and voted against it. So this is the nationalist Sandy Montgomery, and his inscription reads, "Here left the body of Alexander Montgomery, Esquire, who departed this life 29th of September 1800, aged 78. He represented this once independent country in Parliament for 32 years. So there you go. You've seen the grave of a loyalist, and now you've seen the grave of a nationalist. So isn't that amazing? And as I say, he won a duel in 1797 when he was duelling against a Donegal loyalist. And he was carried home by the United Irishmen. That building there, that's the back of the Presbyterian Church, second Presbyterian that I showed you earlier. And then that's the castle again. And that wee place there, I think that was originally a house. But I was talking to the farmer, and a while back he was using it as a milking place for his cows. And it's not a milking place now, it's a ruin. So in the next video, I'm going to show you a unique grave, so stay with me for that one. So thanks for watching, and God bless.